Diverticulitis at cocaine is very delikado. So, kung walang proof na negative, ibig sabihin, delikado yung ating head natin, and that's a national concern.
Pag puno na ang saw, dapat na kalusin.
Last question po, sa health and fitness
Issue, national security, yes. Although sinabi daw na hindi naman daw delikado, diverticulitis lang. The mere mention of diverticulitis, ang next question dyan, sana po magpakita ng negative hair follicle test. Dahil ang combination ng diverticulitis at cocaine is very delikado. So, kung walang proof na negative, ibig sabihin, delikado yung ating head natin, and that's a national concern. Ngayon, kung sasabihan siya ng doktor na, kunwari, sila lang may alam na stop it, yung may tinatawag po tayong withdrawal syndrome, kasi kunyari isa-stop yun, which is hindi natin approve pa yun kasi baka ma-offend. But ang point is, kung gumagamit at pinasudden stop ng doktor para hindi pumutok yung diverticulitis, as I explained earlier, meron po tinatawag na withdrawal syndrome. So pag nag-withdraw ka po dyan sa, for example po sa cocaine, magkakaroon ka ng severe depression, aggressiveness, blurred decision making in weeks and months. So concern natin yun. Kasi kung yun ang i-advise ng doktor, tapos meron palang ganun pagdadaanan siya, kailangan po nasa best of care po ang ganon. Na nasa situation siya na maiintindihan yung pinagdadaanan kung meron po ng withdrawal. So I'm not accusing again the President. It's just, we just need the negative hair follicle test. Kasi po, nagsabi na po na may diverticulitis, and the combination of both using and diverticulitis is dangerous. Even stopping the drug kung meron man is again dangerous to the psychology of the head of the country. So that's why we need information.
Yes. Yeah, alam mo, hindi ako doktor, hindi ako expert po, whatever, no? Pero marami naman tayong mga kaibigan, mga doctors at saka mga nutritionists, no? Nung lumabas na itong issue nito, ako medyo curious ako, ano ba yung diverticulitis? In-explain sa akin ng isang nutritionist yan at isang doctor. Sabi niya, alam niyo yung large intestines, tulad sinabi ni Dr. Mata, pero mga butas-butas yan, na para bang pugitan pa. Kung baga, sabi niya sa akin, parang sa ating mouth, sa ating mga ngipin, pero mga nakasiksik-siksik yan. Pag toothbrush ka man ng 10 beses sa isang araw, meron pa rin may ibang dumi sa iyong ngipin. Ganyan din sa bituka, lalo na sa large intestines. Kahit na anong gawin mo dyan, ay kailangan talaga linisin yan. Kung hindi, magkakaroon ng infection. So, sabi niya sa akin, ito ang sinabi sa akin ng isang kaibigan na nutritionist. Ang isa sa pinaka-epektibo na panlinis ng large intestines ay yung labatiba. Ano yung labatiba sa akin?
Labatiba.
How do you say that in medical term? Yung labatiba sa akin. Okay. Yung labatiba. Pero sabi niya, alam mo kung ano ang pinakamaganda na ihalo doon sa tubig. Warm water ba? Warm water, sabi niya. Kape. The natural coffee. Yung kape mismo. Whether that is Barako or hindi kape ng PDP. Whether Barako yan or whatever coffee. Basta yung coffee natin na natural coffee. Na yun daw yung ipapasok doon tapos para matinis yung ito. It's organic, yeah. It's, I think, maybe easy sure kasi ang nagsabi sa akin is a nutritionist doctor na talagang sinabi niya that is the most effective way of cleansing your large intestine. Hindi yung iinumin mo dito sa mouth mo. Pasok mo doon na patiba using warm water. So pagkapihin mo yung large intestine using coffee. I think we are going to try to do that. Sabi sa akin,
I think mga cases ng diverticulitis, di ba, na hindi na siya pwedeng ayusin with labatiba. So that's why they really have to cut back.
Yeah, so
flushing daw yun.
Antibiotics will be the highest kasi nana yun so and then kung hindi nga tatanggalin yung portion ng intestine na severely infected or butas. So, surgical ang possibility.
Otherwise, mapopoison yung blood kasi na may infection ang nangyayari. Kasi kung may butas. So what if lang, the Malacanang refuses disclosure of the health and fitness of the President, ano dapat ang magiging tugon ng tao, ng media, ng Congress, ng civil society about it?
Well, as I said, there is already a precedent to this legal case. The latest one is the case of Dayton versus Duterte. That was decided by the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court upheld the right of ordinary people to information on matters of public concern. More particularly so if you're talking of the health of the President. And this is a matter that cannot just be discounted or set aside. No? Concern tayo dito. Ayaw natin na tayo ay hindi natin alam ang nangyayari because it's going to invite instability or even what? Destabilization. So we hope that the President is well, that he is performing his duties. No? We pray for his good health, and but we have also the right to know the real situation of the President's health because it is the nation's health as well that is at stake here.
Meron po bang may role po ba yung Congress in oversight in this particular na issue? And kung meron man, paano natin mapipigilan ang partisan na politicking to actually keep the President in power even if in question na yung health and fitness niya?
Well, yeah, the oversight function of Congress is built in, no? It's inherent. And that is where the so-called power of the purse comes in. Under the Constitution, supposed to be the Congress of the Philippines, has the most important and powerful tool to use. That is its power of the purse. No? So, pwede niyang gamitin to in the exercise of its oversight function. Patawag niya yung Department of Health. Kung gusto nilang tanungin kung ano yung talagang situation. So, the appropriate committee in the House or the Senate, if they would want to know the real situation of health, they can do that. No? Pero depende na yan sa Congress, sa Senate. Sa ngayon, sabi ko nga, the sad reality is that the Congress of the Philippines, as well as the executive department, no, it has lost credibility insofar as in the eyes and the heart of the Filipino people. The members of Congress, they are not credible anymore to conduct any form of investigation. And ang tingin ng taong bayan, lahat ng ilalabas ng Kongreso ngayon ay hindi totoo o hindi self-serving, covering up their abuses of power and the corruption that had happened, of which they are involved. They are involved. And ito ang kanilang pinagtatakpan. Kaya, going back again to this issue of impeachment, whatever they are going to do with the cases that were filed against the President and against the Vice President, against the President, they are going to dismiss that. At pagkatawanan ng taong bayan ito, sabihin nila, ano ito, muro-muro lamang ito. With all due respect to our Muslim brothers and sisters. No? Pero pag ito naman kay Bibi Sara, dito ay kanilang pausas, sabihin nila, this was part of their game plan, no? to get rid of the Duterte. Pero what can you expect? Paano ka pa maniniwala kung yung mga sinasabi supposed to be the one investigating, prosecuting, or judging are no longer credible because they are involved in this massive corruption that the Philippine people are suffering from. So, ito yung issue na hindi ko lang alam. Maswerte pa rin siguro ang Pilipinas o maswerte pa rin itong mga taong ito na masyadong patient, pasensyoso ang Pilipino. Hindi ko alam kung iba ay dahil natatakot ang tao o what. Hindi natin alam. But sabi nila, lahat ay may hangganan. Kung babalikan ko yung paborito kong sining Pilipino, pag puno na ang sahog, dapat na kalusin.
Last question po, sa health and fitness